Hi guys, welcome to a new vlog. It's not really a vlog, it's a review. I'm going to look at potentially my next bike. I've been suckered in by the adventure bike category, but I want something that's going to ride and feel like a normal naked bike, just a bit bigger, a bit more comfortable. And I've been looking at the specs. The new adventure bike's really putting in similar power and weight to the naked category, so we're about to go and have a look, and I'll leave you in suspense for a few seconds until I announce what the new bike is. Harley Davidson Pan America. What a bike. Oh man, I've been loving it, even with the stock exhaust. What a cannon. Doesn't matter though. I'm guessing it feels pretty heavy trying to maneuver it. All I've done is push it, just turn it around, try and maneuver it, but I can see how trying to manhandle this in a garage might be a mission, but other than that, when you're riding, it feels weightless. These Michelins are so good, man. Normally OE tyres are terrible, but like, pretty bad on my Suzuki, but with this they've been great. It's proper sticky tyre. Strangely enough, this is a sporty one. It's got one seat rather than, and the normal bike's got two. That was strange. Either or, it's big V twin, silky smooth though, which is rare. Normally in my experience, big V twins have been a bit rowdy. It's really smooth. I thought that these are indicators. I thought they were floodlights. Just look around the bike. Yeah man, honestly, what a bike. I think that's how I know I'm getting old. I look at something like this and genuinely really excited by it. Isn't it weird they've still got HT leads? It's got one coil pack for both cylinders. That's pretty strange for a new bike. American, I suppose. I love the single headlight. It's really aggressive. A huge radiator. The brakes, bellissimo. It's got a USB charger here. Excellent, man. Things I don't like: fat tail tidy, obviously. This mirror's a bit shit. It's keyless, right? But you need a key to open that, and I think that might be for steering lock. Maybe if the battery dies, I guess. I don't know. But other than that, let's see how she rides. Now, I want to stress, I have ridden an adventure bike before. It was one of my friends has an 890 Duke Adventure, or Adventure Duke, whatever, the KTM, and the seat height on that was crazy. I'm 5'10". I need to get the shifter. Oh, it's got a quick shifter, by the way. I need to get that figured out because I've hit a limiter a few times. Even that. Oh man, so good. Obviously, that MT-09 I test rode the other day, that had cruise control as well. But because it was so light, it just you couldn't really use it on the motorway. The wind would just keep dragging you left and right. Whereas with this, because it weighs a bit more, and it's a lot more sure-footed. Try the cruise control on the motorway, but if I just give you a brief example now. Average speed here, so knock it up to 4th. Set 40. Oh, Bob's your uncle. Oh, we'll revisit that later. Hello, sir. Normally I'd be taking a bike to country lanes to try and see what you can do, but with this is what it's good for. This and motorway. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have hit some corners on the way here, but handles better than you could expect for something of this size. Average speed. Anyways, and also being a sporty one, they've put a smaller screen on it. Makes it look better, I guess. That and the colour scheme. Place I got this from, he was showing me some of the other specs, and it seems like they've got a bit of a boring colour scheme, whereas this one, in my opinion, looks great. Just the black with the red accents. I'm a huge fan. It's such a big bike though, everything's just far away, but it's very, very comfortable. Handlebar risers on par with that MT-09. Crazy. Oh, the screen is lovely as well, proper intuitive. You know, there's not a lot of lag when you're using it, and it's a huge spec list as well. Obviously it's keyless, so with Harley Davidson, this is the ignition from this position to that one, and then starts on the top. So you've got that, riding modes, traction control and whatever down here. I don't use that. What else do you say it had? Cruise control, heated grips. I think you can connect it to an app on your phone as well. I really did think that the tank was keyless as well, but I suppose that's not a problem. You know, you could get the key out of your pocket, but the whole point is that because you're wearing gloves, you don't have to mess around with the key. Normally it's here and you just move it to here, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Patience, plenty of grunt. I was looking up the spec sheet. I'm sure you're capable of looking at the brochure yourself, but it was 149 horsepower, I think, 127 newton meters of torque. 127 newton meters is very, very competitive. I think the only one I found with more was the GS, and maybe I didn't look at the Ducati or the KTM, you know, the Super Adventure. I didn't look at them. I just, you know, I was looking more around 150 horsepower, how much torque they make, and this was, yeah, it was up there, just second to the GS. But with the GS being a boxer engine, I can't see it being sporty. I think it is more of a commuter, well, not commuter, it's an adventure only bike. I don't know how fun it would be on the twisties, whereas this handles like a naked. It's just big. Obviously I'm on the sporty one. I'm not sure how the one with the wire wheels and adaptive rear suspension handles, but with this being the ST, it's got fixed rear suspension, so it doesn't lower at low speed on whatever the other one does. And I'm not sure how adaptive. I mean, I think they're fully adjustable, but I'm not sure. Anyways, you want to know how the bike rides? Amazing. Am I going to try and wheel it? No, it's not my bike. Don't know how to wheel either. Go this way, I think. I might have to turn the maps on in a bit. I don't know where I'm going. I know it's Ladywood, but come on, change. Never mind. Oh. The mirrors are a bit shit. They work, but just don't look the best. And some plunkers set this up well high. Look how the clutch is for a brake like this. Ooh, adventure bike. How are you, sir? Normally get ignored by the adventure bike community, especially if you're on a sports bike. They just hate you for no reason. Ironically, Africa Twin was the other bike I was considering, but realistically I don't know how much off-roading I'll actually do, and if I do any, it's going to be maybe 5 to 10% of the journeys I do. And also, spend a lot of money on a bike, don't really want to scratch it up. That's why people buy old enduro bikes or trial bikes or whatever, you know, ones with changeable plastics, something light and agile. This, can't imagine it's going to be great off-road, and if it is, I'm not that fussed, to be honest. I do more road riding, and I want to know if I can get in a bigger bike like this and it will do everything my Naked does. I'm not expecting it to be as quick, obviously it's heavier, less horsepower, but could I live with it as a replacement? I'm going to do some more fact finding and let you know. So guys, we're on a dual carriageway, speed limit. We're going to need some fuel in a bit, but just wanted to point out some other stuff. The fact it has a smaller screen, I know that helps it look sporty, but I feel like if I have my visor open, it directs the wind straight into my eyes, which is a bit odd, but it is what it is. I don't know if you're supposed to wear different type of helmet. My friend with the KTM, he's got a different type of helmet for his adventure bike. It's pronounced Aero, I think, but it's spelt like how Elon Musk would name a kid, I think. But other than that, it really does get down. Being a V-twin does run out revs quickly. Something to get used to, I guess. That's not a downside, it's just a characteristic of the engine. The low down shove though, oh delicious. I used that word the other day as well, but you know what? The shoe fits and whatnot. Is a bit finicky. Sometimes I feel like it's gone in. I've hit false neutral plenty of times. I feel like if you just touch it down from second, it goes into neutral too easy, so you can accidentally brush it, and next thing you know you're coasting around a corner, which really isn't what you want. These are all little problems you get used to. I think you can adjust that or get used to it or whatever, but are just things I've noticed straight away. I really like the screen. I've got a LCD dash on my Suzuki. I don't know if it bothered me to start with, but I've gotten used to it now. I just, obviously just look at it to give you information, but after looking at this for a bit, it's like, oh man, it's so much better. Lovely bike. I feel like the biggest test is going to be when I get back on mine. Will I miss it? Or will I be glad? I'm not sure. Definitely considering one of these. I need to do some more research as well into what difference it makes having the cast wheels over the metal spokes. I don't know, steel spokes or whatever they are. In terms of daily use, are they more fragile? They're less. They're better for potholes, because ultimately, most of the time, all I'm dealing with is crashing, poor road surfaces, potholes, and how good would this be touring? I reckon it would be excellent. I might potentially, if I did buy one, I think I'd fit a taller screen or a screen riser for when I do go somewhere. But for around town, I'd stick with it how it is now. I think it makes it look really good. Okay, past this bus. I feel like the biggest difference for me is because I got off of a 4-cylinder and jumped onto this. I think if I was on a V-twin and I got off and got on this, my brother's got a V-twin and his is just as smooth as this. The only difference is being that his has a loud exhaust, so you get more of a feel for the soul of the bike, whereas this is just dead quiet. And I'm yanking the throttle, it's going fast, but I can't really to hear what the engine's doing, or whether it's struggling or it's liking it or whatever. Average speed, I'll do. Resume. Oh, just chill. Also, if I had one of these alongside, I bought a GSXR, I will get round to doing a review on it. Just had some issues with the brakes being terrible, so once that's fixed, I'll get it out, do a little test. Would it be a good pair to have a small sports bike and this together? Because at the moment, sometimes the GSXR does feel a little bit redundant because of how good the GSX-S is, and I do find myself missing that low down pull. But because this is an entirely different category of bike, is it different enough that it makes sense to have both? We'll have to see. So back on my bike now. It's hard to tell, man, because obviously they're different kind of bikes, but this feels so solid, so well put together. And the other one, the quality is good, but it's so soft that, you know what I mean, you throw it around like this, it was all wobbly, but it felt amazing when I was on it. I did really like it though, man. Really. I think I'd struggle to get rid of this to get that, but I'd have to see. It was so large as well, because I felt like there's like 2 foot of bike in front of us. I quickly put this back on and didn't have time to make sure it was alright. This is so much faster as well. The pickup's better, but I feel like maybe the exhaust is I think the exhaust is gonna make him a bit biased. It's crazy because this, compared to the GSXR, this feels soft, but getting off that and getting back on this is an underrated bike. The brakes are really good on that, but these aren't bad. These don't feel like they do anything, but they do stop you. The brake feels not the best on this, but the bike stops. Whereas those Brembos, oh man, it's really good. I don't know if it's exactly the same master cylinder as what Ben has on his, but and all the other. I've ridden a few bikes with a Brembo master cylinder, and they're just amazing. I'll have to give it some thought as well. The dealer gave me a really competitive offer, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it, sleep on it. It's a shame that the dealer was so far away. I couldn't test it on the normal roads that I would normally ride on. So, you know what I mean, that would have been a really good comparison, but it's just too far away. The cyclist Johnny's sip of water. The other thing as well is, I thought it was me, but that quick shifter weren't the best. You know what I mean? That's what I was expecting, but the other one, I had to keep shutting the throttle to change up, and I can't find any false neutral. That bike had 100 miles on it, so it's not a fault with that specific bike. It's probably just how they've set it up. I don't know, man. The thing is, I can see why people gloss over this bike, but you know, maybe I did before I got it. but it does everything perfectly, and it's really hard to think, oh yeah, I'll get rid of it and then get something that does something's better and something's worse. Really, to change it, you'd want something that does everything better, or something completely different where they're incomparable. But there's the whole get a new bike and spend money on exhaust, flip and dip, you know, all the other accessories that you're potentially gonna have to get. Not sure if I want to spend that much money. I have to give it some thought and see what I feel tomorrow. That cruise control was lovely though. I mean, this doesn't have it, so that's one thing I'm definitely missing. And there's times where the, you know, heated grips would have been nice. I've seen Pan Americans, not that ST one on test drive, but some of them have knuckle guards or whatever they're called. I think they break the wind. That might be good. Come on, man. What is it with these old OAPs, man? Oh well. Well, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you think. And what if you were in the same position? Would you consider a road-going adventure bike over a naked? There are lots of positives, but like I said, the size, the cost, those expensive bike, you know, stand to lose more. Insurance is more expensive. It's all things you have to consider. Anyways, I'll make it simpler. Would you have that or keep this if you were in my position? Right, see you guys.